afternoon, remade vintagers. It's been a while, ain't it? Ain't it been a while? We ain't been on that silver screen of yours looking back at you and going, hello, remade vintagers. Anyway, we're here now and we've got one or two things to say and a story to tell. But just show me knee and I'll show you this knee. And do you know what comes up to there and has a blood disorder, he's got no iron in it and speaks with an Irish accent? We call him anemic. Can we say that? I don't know. But anyway, getting past that one, a theme today is initially about chairs again, because I find that we have a lot of chairs and I just want to tell the story of how chairs and why they were invented and why they were invented. Now, as you see, I'm sitting in a chair. It's the most comfortablest chair in the whole world. And I ain't going to sell it for nothing. And Jay's going to not sell it either. So it's going to be there forever when I come. So if you come up here, you'll find me sat here. But I'm just going to have a mooch round and show you some chairs. Because I'll tell you a story why chairs was invented. Because when we were first put on the earth, God, if you believe that sort of thing, stood and made us like sort of thing. We roamed the earth, standing up like this. But we'd all got backs, and backs getting a bit sore when they stood up for a bit. So he made them so they bent, like that. And they could sit down, it was called sitting down. They didn't know it was called sitting down, they just collapsed down. And they put a lot of weight round your bum. So they put fat round there. So when you sat down, you sat on the earth. And it weren't too bad. The trouble was, if it was raining and you sat in the earth, or if it was snowing and you sat in the earth, you get a cold bum. So they thought, what we're going to do, we need to do something that's going to elevate us off the ground. So they saw a stone. And the biggest and the strongest, he pushed everybody off that stone and sat there himself. But he got piles because it was too cold. So they thought, well, what we're going to do, we need something to keep us off the ground. And then somebody saw a log. And they thought we could have this log and we could sit on that. And they all sat along on it, but that got a bit rough because of the bark on it and whatever, like sort of thing. And somebody brighter said, we need to make something purposely to park our bums down off the ground. Because we keep getting ants in the pants, even though they hadn't got pants, because pants weren't invented in the early days of man. And they used to get ants in their pretend pants, and they'd walk around going, oh, I've got ants in my pants like that, and walking about. And anyway, somebody said, I think we need to make a chair. And I said, well, how'd you come up with that name? He said, I don't know, I just don't care. Oh, he said, that works, doesn't it? He said, a chair that you don't care. And he says, yes, he said, it does. So we're going to look at chairs. Now, there's one, that's a chair, and it's called an armchair. For simple reasons, because it was very well made with arms to put your arms on and rest and do all that. And there's other chairs about. There's a rocking chair over in here, and it's got a footstool. So you can rest on that and relax, and there's one called a footstool. And it's the sort of legs, the chairs and the legs or whatever, are all called differently. You've got a sabre leg chair, you've got a cabriole leg chair, you've got a straight leg chair, all sorts of different legs and names on them, like through a thing. But that's the fascinating thing about chairs. They come in all shapes and sizes. There's even a chair down here for a little person to sit on. I said sit. And it's got elm seat and it's oak all right around it. Just a lovely little chair. Oh, that's shut. And there's a 1930s stool. Now, how the stool come about, it's a variation of a chair. But who cares? It's a chair and a stool and a little footstool over there. Now, we're going to have a walk around because there's other chairs, but I must say that there's something else that's arrived in this place that is absolutely exciting. I'm that excited, really, really excited. I could pee myself, but I'm safe because I've got my tenor ladies on. So I could let it all go. But that lady on the telly doing yoga and her has a wee in the pants. And I don't care. It goes like this. I love that. I can't wait until I fill my tenor back lady up and use it. Anyway, follow me, because people have got such inventive minds. We're just going off the chairs a bit and over to this corner, because this is outrageous and amazing and absolutely stunning. It's a Gatling gun made up of all sorts of stuff that you might recognise that some guys put together out of his shed. But if you turn the gun, It's actually a mass murder weapon, and it's shooting out of there loads and loads of pretend bullets, killing loads and loads of pretend people, which is all right because they are really there, so they are killing them. But it's an absolutely amazing thing. And not only that, there's another one in that corner there that I can't quite get to, but it looks like a punt gun they used to have in the old days for sticking on the end of a punt, shooting wild game and ducks and things. But that's amazing too. Look at the workmanship in that. That is absolutely astounding. It really is. And a smaller version of this one, this Gatling gun, is over there. So if my cameraman would just turn around and have a look at that one. That is amazing. It's a miniature one. And that turns to firing off lots of blanks. We've heard about blanks, those blokes. Anyway, it fires off loads and loads of things, like through a thing shooting at pretend people. But what an amazing little bit of invention. Said the bloke said, he wakes up at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning with ideas and he jumps out of bed. Crikey. I jump out of bed at 3 o'clock, but it's to go for a wee. Oh no, I can't now, I've got my tenner ladies on, I can stay in bed and wet the bed and everything, it'll be safe, wouldn't I? It'll be okay, that. But here's the other one. Bloody hell, Black Sabbath. Ooh. Paranoid. But this is brilliant. Look at that. It tilts, it lights, it's on copper, it plugs in. It's, oh, look at this, it flickers a little bit like through a thing, it's lost its flicker thing. But that is astounding, that is absolutely amazing. I love that. I think I might buy that and take it myself. No, I won't, I'll leave it up here for you punters to come and have a look and buy. So do hurry up and come up and buy. Oh, and another thing, I'm going to have a word with you, like, going to have a face-to-face, and this will do. Because I'm a bit disappointed that you're not sharing these videos. I'm noticing there's only 1 or 2 hardcore people, all I'm saying 1 or 2, I don't even mean a few thousand, that are really sharing them. But I think other people, just to do us a favour, when you've looked at it and you've stopped laughing and you've filled your tenner lady because you're laughing that much, send us elsewhere, what they call it, move it on, share it, put it on YouTube, put it on Instagram, do all that sort of thing. And then it gives us encouragement to come and do some more, because I know you want us to do some more, don't you? Yes, you might do, you might not. But those that don't want to do no more, it's like anything else, just don't watch us. But do watch us, because you don't know, we might mention you. And then, talking about mentions, have we got anybody we'd like to mention today? We never thought this bit out. There might be. Who can we mention? The guy who makes these things, what's his name? Give us a shout from the heavens. Anybody shout me your name? What's the bloke called? Eddie. Eddie makes all these bars and things like through a thing, all this brewery on and stuff, these additions. So follow me through here, because he makes all these sort of things, Eddie. And he comes here to Unit 15, Rowland Way, Who Farm Industrial Estate, Kidderminster, DY11 7RA. Now I've said all that without any thinking, and I don't do a lot of thinking, as a lot of you know. I don't, honestly. It does your head in, it gives your headaches thinking too much. So I'll give that up for Lent, whatever that is. Perhaps I'll rent it and I'll get it back at some point. Nah, if you lend something, you never get it back, do you? It's always the same. But anyway, I think this is a wonderful piece. Solid. Front opens out. And it's shelving. You can keep all your whiskey and your barrels in there. Oh man, it's just a wonderful piece, that is. And it's put all this banding round it. Look, solid, absolutely wonderful piece, that. That's quite a good price, that is. How much is that? It's about 200 quid, eh? 200 quid, and it smells lovely. There's all brandy vinegar and things like that in there. And when you open it up, you always feel like fish and chips, but it's wonderful, absolutely wonderful thing. This, I don't know what that's there for. Perhaps it's a bodger for bodging something. Perhaps it's a cork remover, I don't know. But anyway, we'll have a wander around, and there's Lottie in the corner. She's our film executive. She's actually my makeup artist too. You'll have to do me after, because you had to do me before. Yeah. So I've got a shiny nose, so if you could put a bit of powder on my nose or something. Yeah. All right? Okay. Bye now. See you in a bit. And follow on through here. Oh, I love these. Talking about chairs. Victorian balloon back chairs with a bit of detail. Nicely padded, and some stop-go lights on the top. because just in case somebody sits on, we don't want them to sit on. But chairs are wonderful. There's a box there, it's arrived as well. That's a nice thing to have. And that's as heavy as heavy. It's a really heavy one. A barber's chair. See every chairs have got a name for everything. Thrones, I miss the throne as I come past. Anyway, I'm going to draw it to a quick end because I think... oh, hang on, no, I mustn't. Come and have a look at this clock. Look at this mad clock. It's a great big, what they call that one now? I can't remember the name on it now. It's a big shotgun thingy. It's called, what? A Magnum. It's out on ice cream. If you lick the end of that, you'll have no brain left. But that's a Magnum clock, oversized. Again, the guys made it up out of all sorts and sods and bods. But anyway, I will draw it to a close. But don't forget to come and see us up here at Unit 15, remade to vintage, Who Farm Industrial Estate, Kidderminster, DY11 7RA. DY11 7RA. Don't come on a Wednesday or a Thursday, because we ain't here. But the rest of the week, come, and it's from 10 o'clock till 4, or 10ish till 4ish. Come in the middle time sometime. Yeah, I did say something then, but it's a bit much to finish on, really. I think we'll get into trouble. Anyway, my cameraman's like that, as you might know. But anyway, remade to vintages. I'm going to draw it to a close. It's nice to speak to you again. Get your tenner ladies and have a good pee anytime you want, because they're wonderful things. Forget toilets, don't go to urinals at the football. Just take tenner ladies, it'll be great. Speak to you later. Good luck even.